Another night. It is Tuesday. That means that we are playing Warhammer. Warhammer Fantasy RPG, a grim, dark adventure in a world that hates you and wants to kill you. So basically, Fantasy Australia. I am GM LeShock. I am your host, and I run this game, and I make cringeworthy puns, and my players hate me. We'll go ahead and introduce the rest of our group, starting, we'll go from left to right there.
Hi, I'm Tasty Music, playing the elf Yavandir. And we haven't even found this world's Australia yet, so I shudder to think about that as well.
I'm Spencer, the greatest swordsman in the party, and I definitely hate LeShock.
For 20 years now.
Wow. It's a good run. I'm Coyote. I'm playing Dulween, and I'm feeling a little wrapped up right now.
I'm Blackhawk. I'm playing the dwarf Magnar, and I once canceled a podcast over LeShock's puns.
That's a story I need to
Fair
hear
enough.
someday. But I'm Doug. I'm playing Angran the Thief, and I think LeShock is the best GM ever. Please don't kill me.
I don't think that works.
To TLDR, I made a really bad pun at the start of a game. Hawk said, well, that's the final episode, and then there was a TPK.
We all died.
Anyways, move forward. So, we have our group of mediocre, strangly mercenaries trying to make their way through the world. They just took on an agreement to go out and help a group of dwarves find allies to help them retake a lost dwarven hold. Where we left our intrepid adventurers, they were gathering up gear and preparing to depart on the river to start to make their way towards the imperial capital of Altdorf. They were gathering supplies. Dulween ate the liver of a chaos mutated goose and is slowly turning invisible.
I might have done that.
Because we make good decisions here.
Only the best.
All right. Well, then, without further ado, we are out a player, Kargan. He is having internet issues. And we are currently potentially out Jado. He is having being awake issues.
His sleep schedule is
But
so
they-
fucked.
He doesn't
They are
have a
both in our
sleep
hearts.
schedule.
Yeah.
That's why it's so fucked.
All right. So, you know what? It can't really begin until we put on
Oh, dramatic music?
some dramatic music.
Just
Not that dramatic music. That's tasty music.
as long
Boy.
All right.
as
So,
long as the song is not entitled "The Elf Dies Next," I'm good.
but you see, if
You get a
the
1 in 3
elf,
chance.
yeah,
1 in 4, actually.
1 in 4. You're
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, but I like 2 of the other ones.
All right, so you guys have gathered up all of your necessary supplies for the trek at hand. You have rested, and you're getting off to a fresh start in the morning from the launching down the River Reich to make your way towards Altdorf. Yavandir stresses that he would really like to stop off at Alehart along the way, mostly
There is
because
some disagreement to that point.
there is some disagreement to that point. Oh, by the way, just double checking, Angram, did you stash the books at you're in
I was debating that, but I'm
Falandar's
gonna say
apartment?
yes.
Okay.
Yes, the books are stashed.
Okay.
Thank you for asking.
No, I just wanted to double check that before we move forward. All right. So you guys have met in the morning. You're at the docks. The boat is ready to go. Falandar and Frida have already kind of loaded up. They're apparently go-getters. Any last minute things you want to do before you depart?
Was there any conversation around my condition?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to be exposed to it for the first time.
Yeah. Somebody saw me. Was it your Vanir?
Your boy did.
Yeah. only Yvandir noticed right away. Since then, I believe that you said you have come back and describe your appearance now. You said you're covering yourself up. Is that right?
Yeah, as best I can with what I have.
Okay.
So maybe because I think my character had like a scarf of sorts. He's gonna pull that kind of up around his face and put on his cloak. As low as it'll go.
Give me a disguise roll.
All right. That's a no.
Okay. I just want to see how bad. Yeah, all of you notice that Dolwyn shows up at the boat, like, really kind of bundled and covered up, but he not really doing a good job of disguising it. You can all make perception rolls.
Do I have to, even though I saw it before?
You do not have to.
Okay.
Oh.
Hey.
Okay, yeah. Angram, actually, you do, because this is sight-based, and he had a pretty 5 degrees of failure. You guys can all kind of clearly see, when you kind of, like, peer closely, that his skin, his entire, all is like, kind of translucent. Not like you're seeing the muscles beneath it, but that you see through him.
What have you done?
New magic trick he learned, huh?
Something like that. Maybe we should discuss this once we're on the water.
Magnar's very suspicious of Dolwyn now. Very clearly, like, makes some moves to move away.
I'd like out of
him.
the city as fast as possible.
Evander just
always in a rush.
massaging his eyes slowly.
I guess
Shall we
off
take-
we go.
Oh, wait! As the familiar shouting voices of
I know who
Bosco
this is. I
and
knew it. Bosco.
Roscoe and Bosco
No, not them.
are running up.
Let's go.
Are we trying to leave them?
I'm indifferent. They're mostly harmless.
I think it's one of those situations where you make it look like you're trying to wait, like the elevator. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Mashing the,
I'm already.
Like you pretend to be pressing the door open button, but it's really the door close button.
yeah, you're mashing that.
Oh no, the boat's already moving. We have no possible way of
It doesn't
turning
have a
around.
reverse.
Yeah, they
can't
are.
go back.
They are running up towards you guys with like packs on their backs. Are you waiting for them, or are you just shoving off?
I mean,
Evander's waiting.
if they're coming, they have swords, and they are already packed for a journey. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah.
They die to goblins? Works for me.
Okay.
Wait. That's cold.
I can't catch up my breath. Oh, I thought you were about to leave without us, boss.
Not in 1,000 years.
All right, they scamper onto the tightly packed boat at this point, and you guys start making
Are
your
they good
way.
rowers?
They can row, sure.
Sick.
They can help. Start making your way up the river.
Downtown, walking fast, and
Uh,
homebound.
It's like the music video, except our boat is a giant piano.
Yes.
everyone's just sitting on the piano.
And I need loot. And I miss loot. Can't help.
Oh, it is a brisk early autumn morning as you guys are heading out and make your way over. Traveling on the river for the day is go ahead, and anyone that's participating in this, give me, I do believe it is a rowing check.
I'm just going to help.
Yeah. Who is rowing? I guess
The boatman. I'm making my brother do this.
No. Roscoe and Bosco. They're rowing.
Okay.
That's their job. They got to earn their keep.
Are we paying them anything?
All right, they're not very good at it, apparently.
I mean, you guys are making your your way. It's not a big river boat. It mostly was designed for navigating the canals and areas in Marienburg, but it'll do fine out here. It's just not fast going.
It's faster than walking.
It is faster than walking, and you have uneventful travel as you are making it towards the site of Alehart, coming up by the end of the evening as it's starting to get dusk in the sky.
Well, before we get too far out, like just kind of once we're out of the main harbor and away from the city proper, I'm gonna drop my illusion and take off my cloak.
Nice magic trick.
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel I have to tell you something. I might have made a mistake.
You don't say.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I've never made good choices in my life. This is the most recent, though.
Sigmar's balls! What's wrong with that guy?
New magic trick.
Roscoe yells, and he's reaching at his sword and looking very suspicious and on guard.
Roscoe, don't stab him yet.
Elf trick. The best elves, you never see them in the woods. He's brought it one level higher.
Give me a charm roll.
Ha! Ha!
He kind of looks, and he slowly takes a hand off the sword and goes, "Oh!" And he makes the sign of the hammer, the religious Sigmar thing, and it's like, "Oh, elven tricks, huh? Oh, okay."
Never understood them much myself. I prefer when I pat my sword and my bow.
Yeah. I've seen they have those things in the water that keep their section of the channels clean, unlike the rest of the town. So, okay. And he puts the sword back and goes back to rowing, still uncomfortable.
I give Vivandir a kind of a look of gratitude. Maybe we shall discuss this more later.
I mean,
yes, we will.
Wait. Yeah.
Hey, Jado.
Hi.
Oh, Falandar arises.
What you missed, we're on the boat coming into Alehart. Dulwyn just revealed that he's going slightly invisible.
And we made friends.
Mm-hmm. Bosco and
Roscoe and
That's a
Bosco are
stretch.
now here.
I mean, they were already my friends. I hugged them at the end of the last adventure.
Oh, that's right. The awkward elf hugs.
Maybe they were awkward for them.
Yeah, no, I figured that following me was okay because Falandar could deal with them eventually. He's the one who talks.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he was just revealing his current state of translucentness.
And Yvander convinced Roscoe and Bosco that it's an elven, what was it?
Magic
Elven
trick.
Magic trick.
Yeah. It's an illusion.
I'm very magical.
All right, I'm good then.
All right.
Cool.
So, anything else along your journey as you guys are pulling into Alehart for the evening?
Who's that?
Okay.
I reapply my amazing disguise.
Okay.
I help him with it this time if I can.
Yeah. Ooh, let me.
Okay. Let me get a disguise roll from Angren and Dolwyn then.
I am trained in this.
Oh,
Damn, I'm so good.
Okay. Yeah. No, you. you see his sloppy work and like here and help him. And, luckily with it starting to reach the cool time of year, it's not too much of a stretch to make him just look really bundled up.
Mm-hmm.
As it is starting to get dusk when you guys arrive in Aleheart that night. Just barely beating the sunset. There's a familiar guy at the dock. Just kind of like sitting there smoking from a pipe. Eh?
We have a boat of our own now. I just flip him 2 birds.
Oh, is that the guy that gave us a ride earlier?
Yeah.
You owe me 5 silver.
Eh?
You owe me 2.5 silver.
Eh? The fuck you going on about?
You only took me half the way. You owe me half of my money.
I don't owe you nothing.
You owe me 2.5 silver.
Oh, fuck off, boy. Yeah.
He's probably not wise enough to know what a half silver is.
You should show him how good of a swordsman you are.
I should. I'll point at him.
He just kind of like gives you a look. Don't make me fetch the guards, boy.
Are you a better swordsman than the guards?
No, probably not. I whisper and look at him like, no, shut up. You're not helping.
Wah!
What the?
The fuck?
Time to get up.
It's time.
Did we cross the proximity alarm?
Apparently. Apparently.
I set off the corruption alarm.
in Warhammer.
Okay. He just kind of shrugs you off and gets up and walks off. From where
Yeah,
he
that was the
is.
alarm to let you guys know we've been seen coming into town.
Oh, shit.
Then
We
we're
got a
not
giant
stealthing
question
around.
exclamation mark over our head.
Yeah.
The town's very different than when you were here several days past.
Quieter,
as-
I assume?
Yeah, the festivities have ceased, but the town looks kind of like wrecked from a giant party that hasn't been cleaned yet.
The town itself is hungover.
Essentially.
All right. I guess, is there a docking fee in this town?
There are lots of spaces that you could like
Yes.
just kind of moor your boat over to. It's a lot less crowded than say Marienburg because it's a city with like 1/50th of the population.
All right, this place ain't so bad after all.
Was the son who we gave a ride to before, was he the son of the Lord here?
You don't know. You never asked.
Never really occurred.
Well, I say tomorrow we see if we can speak to the Lord, give him one of the contracts, and be on our way.
All right, so you guys heading
Okay.
off to the inn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should probably find somewhere to crash.
Now I just
What
blanked.
do you guys say to getting a private room tonight? Still all piling in it and sleeping on the floor, but not having it to be done.
That sounds like a good idea.
Who's keeping track of the party fund?
I was.
Perfect.
I have 1 gold in it.
Perfect.
Yeah, that makes sense. That sounds right.
All right. Then when I get to the inn, I say, we'll have a private room tonight.
Oh, all right. We've got one freed up. Hey, weren't you just here a few days ago? You look familiar.
We were here for Pie Week.
Huh. It was a good one this year. He's like looking around for the key, trying to find the key to the room and seems to be having difficulty locating it.
It was good. We had fun. We had to dip out a little bit in the middle, but we thought we'd come see what our heart is like not during Pie Week.
All right. Well, that'll be 10 silver for the room.
So far, we've noticed there's significantly less pie, I say, as I hand him 10 silver.
There wasn't much to begin with.
Oh, that's part of the last night's festivities. Oh, eating all the pie. Oh.
Waste not, want not.
Right. Well, here it is. He like rummages through a pile of like dishes and finds a key underneath it and hands it to you.
Thank you very much. Just upstairs?
Upstairs, last door on the left.
All right.
Sir, who's the noble who's in charge of this village, if you wouldn't mind me asking?
Oh, you mean Graf Johann von Hardenberg?
James
sounds
Harden,
about
got
right.
it.
He's the oh god.
Did you just say NBA great James Harden?
Oh. yeah, he's in charge of the town.
Does he happen to have a son?
Several.
Would you be able to send him a message for us tonight?
You think I got clout with the graph? Ah!
No, we just hope to meet with him or maybe administrators.
He just gives you like this really like the fuck are you talking about look.
We're just hoping to meet with him. There's some friends who sent us from Marienburg, hoping to get some word to his ear.
Yeah, well, good luck with that.
My luck's been fine so far.
Yeah. Well, anything else you need?
How much time is left in the day?
It's like getting dark. So it
like
is.
Clockish.
It's probably about 9 o'clock ish.
Oh, okay. Well, I get a hot meal and a flagon of ale. I eat that before going to the room.
And we still got some stew on the fire. All right. Be a couple pennies.
Couple pennies?
I'll take some of that up to my room.
I'll join downstairs.
All right.
I too will give the man 2 pennies and get dinner. That sounds good.
Okay. He gets you guys each a flagon of ale and day-old stew, kept warm over the fire, and goes back to slump over by the bar and slowly clean dishes and look tired.
While I'm up in the room alone, can I like play around with this new
Certainly.
feeling?
Yeah.
I want to like try it out and just like I feel different. I want to see what it does when I like concentrate on it.
Mm-hmm. When you do, and you're able to look at your hand, you notice that you're kind of able to will yourself to be completely invisible. But when you start to hold it too long, I need you to make a toughness check.
My favorite.
You hold it for like, you're like, for 10 seconds, you're like, I'm invisible. And then like, you feel like part of yourself being pulled away as you lose a wound.
Oh, Jesus.
And it kind of snaps you out of it, and you are able to see your hand in that kind of translucent state again.
Did it go like all the way up my arm or just on my hand?
I mean, I was assuming you didn't completely disrobe.
I guess that was my next question. Did it just do my skin or did it my clothes too?
No, not your clothes, just your skin.
Got it.
If you wanted to be fully invisible, you'd have to go into nude.
You have to start
Yeah,
breakaway
This is the
pants.
first
I'm gonna check the door. Just make sure.
Unnecessary fan service, LeShonk.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna check the door to make sure it's locked, and then I'm gonna get nude and try it.
Wait, pineapples, cover your ears. All right, go on.
Is this the room that we're all sharing?
Yeah.
I guess we're all eating.
We're all downstairs, though. I think he took.
Yeah,
his-
no, I took my meal upstairs to be kind of away from the crowd.
Gotcha.
Unless
Yeah, no.
anyone came up with me.
When you
No,
try
I
it,
didn't.
when you try it, it extends to your whole body. But you find that if you hold it longer than 10 seconds, it starts to take a strain on you.
Okay. I feel like I'm starting to understand it. Not comfortable with it, but
Meanwhile, downstairs, you guys are all seated around a small table. There's not nearly as many people here as there was a few days ago, but the ones who are look kind of tired and hungover, a bit padded around the waist from all the pie. One of the locals kind of gets up and saunters over to your table. Oh, I don't think I've seen you around here before.
So,
So welcome to Aleheart.
whatever.
Thank you.
And who would you be?
Oh, that's better. The name is Felix. He extends a hand.
I'll shake it. And what do you do, Felix?
I guess you could say I'm in charge of hospitality around here.
See a scammer.
What was the guard's name?
Fuck, I'm drawing a blank on that guard name. Oh, did I have... Nope, I do not have that in my notes.
Just make it up right now. I'll believe it.
Felipe?
It may have also been Felix.
Yeah, that's kind of what I keep coming up with.
Felix is a very
Mentally.
common name in the Empire.
Are all the welcomings around here named Felix?
Well, no, but there are several people here named Felix.
Because last time we got to town, there was a guard named Felix who tried to welcome us, but kept lying to us about free pie.
He shrugs. I think I know of a guard around here named Felix, but I don't know.
that's Felix with 3 X's. He's the edgy one.
Edgy Felix. Damn it. No, but he reaches back over by the table that he was at and grabs a lute. I sing here. If you're new, you have a request
Oh, no,
for...
thank you.
Oh. he like stops mid-sentence having just grabbed his lute. Like,
I think we're good.
I finally understand. We're good for now. Thank you.
I will toss him a couple pennies and say, "You play something, please."
Don't.
I look at Magna.
Certainly. And he just goes over and starts playing like a very simple little like background music song. But he walks away from the table after collecting his few pennies from Magnar.
I'm starting to find out why you only have each other.
What do you mean starting? I clink his his glass.
He was a human, right?
Yes.
Don't have time for charlatans.
Human music makes.
You don't have time for charlatans, brother. How do you even look in the mirror?
Hell is other
What's
charlatans.
What's a mirror?
Give me a guys, give me a perception check, hearing based.
Wait, no.
Hearing?
Monster.
How dare you?
I'm sorry, half.
Can I hear with my special eyes?
No, I'm sorry to my 75% elf crew.
I continue to be the monster in perception tests.
That's nuts.
Yeah, boy.
The elves are fucking on it.
Yeah, literally everyone.
This is only downstairs?
Yes. You're still admiring yourself nakedly in the nude.
Nakedly in the nude.
That takes a while.
That sounds like his business.
Nakedly in the nude is the name
No,
of this episode.
so you guys overhear from another table of a trio of human men talking. One of them goes, "Oh," he goes, "Well, is she gonna be all right?" And he goes, "I don't know. She took that nasty knock to the head during the festival, and I took her to the dock. And,
Don't you do it, LeChum.
But he's trying to figure out. But he says that somewhere in the festivities, his books have gone missing. So he's trying his best, but he told me that not to be too hopeful. Oh, sorry to hear. Hope she stays away from Moore's Gates. Thank you, friend. Here, let's a round on me. The third one says as they order another round of drinks.
Okay, looking at their clothes and stuff, how nice off do they look?
Not nice off at all. They look like farmers.
Evander looks at them, looks at the rest of the group, looks at Angram. Looks at them, looks at the rest of the group, looks at Angram. Looks at Angram, looks at them, looks at Angram again.
What? I didn't know what they were when I took them.
You still don't know what they are. You can't read.
Well, they're not here, so forget about it.
Where are they?
Don't worry about it.
Oh, brother.
Love it. All right,
You're a fancy healer now. Why don't you do?
I know how to bandage a wound. That seems a bit more serious.
You didn't knock anyone in the head, you Ankran.
No, there was no one there.
Alright. I'm kind of okay with the sticky fingers, but if it upgrades to, like, robbery, it just seems wrong, you know?
Jato's saying that. Oh, that's so meta.
I'm gonna turn in for the night.
How much do you want to fuck with the boatman?
So you want to fuck a boat, man?
Well, no.
Not my type, but I can't judge.
What you could say is that he sold it to you in Marienburg. He sold the books to you in Marienburg, and we came back on this way because we're heading to... Where is it? Angram.
Altdorf.
Altdorf.
Angram is your brother. Angram is your brother.
We are heading to Angram. We're heading to Altdorf.
Angran is headed to bed.
And helping the doctor, who probably is the most learned man in the city, might be able to get us an audience with the noble, who probably has a bit more clout, and whatever we'll get for a commission for one of the for helping our dwarven friends is probably more than what those books are worth. And I'm saying this all in a very, very low whisper.
Okay, who wants to spin that tale? None of us are good liars.
And the books aren't even here to like return as part of the story.
We don't have them here.
Where are
Another
they?
2 days. Don't worry about it. You're not with me.
Where did you leave them?
Well, bro, fine,
Where
I guess
they
I
are
would say
safe.
Marienburg.
So Dolwyn, are you just eating upstairs in the room and not coming down at all, or how long are you?
I think I'm gonna stay up there. Just
Okay.
I'm still not very comfortable with this.
Okay. I was just making sure I knew what your plans were. All right.
Yeah.
Why don't we just
Waiting for
help
them.
the sick woman and not say anything about contraband of any kind?
I mean, why are we helping her?
Your bandier thinks it'll get us an audience with someone more important.
The doctor seems to be the most learned healer in town. He probably's helped out whatever his face is. James Harden with any of his sick kids. So he probably has his ear. So if we help the doctor out, we can probably get an audience with him.
Johann von Hardenberg.
James Harden.
Can you write that down?
I absolutely will type that out for you.
I think there's sort of a shared imagination, Shock. And starting to feel like the shared imagination is saying James Harden is Lord of the Town.
Yeah, no, James Harden works for me.
Yeah.
Hate
I
you.
mean, if he works for you, why can't you just make him do the stuff?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
James Harden works for him.
Yeah, Doug just said it.
It's a loose relationship. It's a very specific contract.
Yeah, but I mean, can you use that contract to get him to sign this other
No.
contract?
No, that was actually strictly forbidden by the first contract.
No signing of any
It's a
contract
very
other than
complex
this one.
contract.
Look, we're headed to Altdorf anyway. I just think we should help her out, and it's probably a good way of getting the ear of Hardenberg.
This town is a dot on a map compared to Altdorf. If we don't get anyone here, it's not a big deal.
This
Don't-
town may be a dot on the map, but the man in charge of it is not. And if we get his ear, it'll snowball into more in Altdorf.
We'll find another way.
I'm not sure Angren's ever actually seen snow.
What
Oh
the
no,
hell is
you would have
snow?
seen snow.
Oh,
Like-
shit.
Oh.
It
Marienburg
def-
looks like it would be a very temperate location.
This is all like Germany, basically.
To put into a context,
Oh god. That kind of looks like the world.
yes, that's intentional. Marienburg is here.
Sneaky.
Okay.
You guys are
sorry.
basically in
Yeah, but
Germany.
it's right on this big ocean.
Sorry, could you re-ping that?
It's not Germany if it's
Yeah,
a big ocean.
right there.
Oh yeah, so it is the Netherlands. All right, that explains all the Dutch.
Yeah.
Wait, Bretonia is not on the island though. They don't get that right.
Bretonia is more
Britannia
like
is France.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bretonia is France, and France is Ireland. Or no, the UK is Ireland. Sorry, Albion. Oh wait, no, that's Scotland. Alba.
I'll accept
Anywho.
that it probably snows in the Netherlands.
It definitely snows. Moving back to a more localized map.
Stop messing with my mind.
Look, would you be willing to give it a shot if helping the doctor, would you be willing to part with the books if helping the doctor would give us the ear of the nobleman?
We don't have the... Stop saying it, and we don't have them.
2 days to go back? Come here again for what? 20 men from this shit town?
And the promise of a lord who can help us in Altdorf.
Man,
Also-
We have a promise of a bigger lord somewhere else.
I don't think we have any promises, and you're just making this shit up. Why do you speak for this lord?
If I was there, I'd agree.
Me?
Yes.
I think it's a good place to start. Also, we have a year for this.
We only have a year for this.
Travel takes time.
We're a third of the way. We're
You're
a third of
also-
the way there.
You're also gonna get into winter, which will drastically slow any traveling, and you'll probably actually might need to think about where you're gonna hunker down for winter.
We want to get to Middenheim by winter, probably.
Ooh, Middenheim.
It's
would
an
be-
option. We'll see what we can do tomorrow. I won't press this anymore since you won't budge.
Middenheim would be awesome for the winter.
Middenheim, but there's no rivers that go there.
Correct.
No, my.
I mean, you could take it all the way up into Hochland till the river dead ends down in Krudenwald, I think it is. Right up about here. And then take the road.
Mm-hmm.
Okie dokie.
Just drag the boat to Schoppendorf.
Is that a road or water that runs to Wood?
I believe that's water.
Delberds? Just north of the word Middleland?
Oh, that's a
I believe-
road.
That's the Old Forest Road.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
No, it runs like through the word.
Yeah,
Just through
that's a
Del-
road.
That one. Oh, okay.
At this point, Bosco and Roscoe kind of come over and sit down and join you guys. They look rather pleased with themselves and pull up with a drink and some food of their own.
Did you guys, have you two secured your room in the common area tonight?
Oh, yeah. Well,
All right,
except for Bosco here, and he punches Bosco in the shoulder, and Bosco just kind of like looks kind of like shy and doesn't say anything.
Brown chicken, brown cow.
Yeah. He'll be staying somewhere else.
Yeah, no, I got it the first time.
Thank you. Though.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, leaving first thing in the morning. What's the plan, boss? Boss is? He scratches his head.
Just
Not
not
sure
sure
who's
your
the
boss.
No, I'm pretty sure Valendar's the boss. I'm going to bed.
Okay.
We're gonna play it by ear. We'll see you down here for breakfast in the morning.
Sounds good.
I'll
Yeah.
fall angered up and hope we don't walk in on naked Dolwyn.
Yes.
When you
kinda-
go up, you find I don't know what, like when you just kind of hunkered in for the night, Dolwyn. What level of dress are you in?
I think by this time I'm pretty well wrapped up again.
Okay, you come up and he's mostly wrapped up, except for enough to like obscure, so he's still kind of eating, which is a really weird sight. As you see more of his head clearly and all of its translucent, and this food just going in and disappearing. It's a little unsettling.
I ensure that my trunk or my chest is locked for the night. And then I climb into whatever bed is up there.
There is 2 beds.
Oh, I climb into one of them.
We're not going to talk about it anymore, though.
Talk about what?
The invisible man in the room.
Yeah.
Oh,
point
I
at
didn't
him.
even know. Oh, I didn't even see you come up here, Spencer.
So if I put stuff in my mouth, it goes invisible.
I mean, yeah.
That could be fun.
I mean, just like putting into anyone else's mouth.
That doesn't go invisible then.
I mean, people can't see it. It's blocked.
Hmm.
Fair enough.
When you close your eyes, is it still dark?
Do the lights go out?
Yes. You don't have to live with the hell of seeing through your own eyelids. I'm not that mean.
I mean, he would just never blink then. Like, he could just, like, close his eyes the entire time and just see.
Yeah. Well,
If I
I'm
had
trying
to
to
go
go
to
to
sleep.
sleep. Yeah. It'd be awful.
Cover your face with a
Yeah,
blanket.
cover your face with a pillow or whatever.
I don't like it.
Okay. Anything else that anyone wants to do before bedding down for the evening? All right.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Then you all, who gets the other bed?
Oh, I was gonna.
I just immediately lay down on the floor.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know what? Creepy
I don't lie down
invisible
and prop
man.
myself up. and I've got the
Is
sword
there
across my lap.
not room for one of my brothers in the bed with me?
I mean, you could spoon.
I'm not that kind of brother.
All right.
Oh, you're not.
It's not a very big bed. It's very utility. So you could spoon on there. But yeah.
That's fine. I all I know is I crawled into a bed without asking or talking about it,
Okay.
which I think checks out so far. I think that's consistent character development.
All right. You guys.
Yvander, would you be able to attempt some healing on me once again?
Anyone else have any more wounds? I just kind of...
Technically, yes, but I'm also healing them slowly. I am wounded.
Okay. Go ahead with your heal check.
Okay. I'll try to heal myself first before I start on him. Where is... There it is. Oh, that's not bad anymore.
All right. Roll d10 for number of wounds you heal.
2.
Mhm.
Scheiße. That's fine.
And who are you healing next?
Now I'm going to try to heal Dolwyn.
Yeah, that holds up. That is consistent with all your previous attempts.
You can't
I
see the
can't
injury.
see his
hurt me
wound.
somehow.
That's the issue. I don't know where he's injured, so I'm just bandaging his arm, and it's really even stabbed in the leg.
If you have the time, I could also use some attention.
I've got all night.
You just gotta start checking everyone over for bruises and cuts and infections and.
Yikes.
Oh, ouch.
I don't know dwarf anatomy. You seem good.
Alright, well then you can take a look at my leg, brother.
Mm-hmm. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
That's
You end up like overly tightly bandaging his leg unnecessarily. Like this is a critical, and also you rolled navigation, FYI.
Oh, sweet,
It's-
so it's fine. No,
It's the same roll.
It is the same roll.
It is the same. So
tasty.
wait. Why are you so good at navigating?
Oh
because
god.
I've wandered around for most of my life. I know up north from south.
You're surprisingly intelligent.
And it's a little around too tight. Fowler, any agility and movement based checks for like the next day are going to be at a negative 5% penalty.
Great. Excellent. Totally fine. I definitely don't use that skill all the time.
As your leg is bandaged a little too tight and like it's uncomfortable.
Yeah, that checks out. Fine.
You didn't need blood flow there, anyways.
I'm fine.
You're fine. I slapped the leg and
You lose
Alright.
3 wounds.
So then you all rest and sleep. It's been a pretty nice sleep, especially for Spencer and Falandar in your beds. Dolwyn, I need you to make me a.
Actually, I think as of right now, nobody's in the second bed.
Yeah, Spencer said he was on the floor.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I'm used to just sleeping on the floor, so I just went straight to the floor. And
I actually think it'd be funny if nobody claims a second bed. It's
I
like everyone at
definitely
the
get
party
it.
not wanting.
All right, well, if no one else gets
last
it,
night.
I'll take it. Fine. Forcing my hand, I'll sleep in the bed.
So through the night, Dolwyn, though, you are of this really repetitive dream. The whole time you're just seeing this image of this kind of a long dark alley in a off of a busy street with a building tucked in, sort of slightly hidden at the very back of the alley. It has a painting of a red cat above the door, and you just kind of it just keeps hovering over there, and the door opens and this very alluring female face appears and kind of gestures to you with a come hither finger, hand expression.
Go to the light.
And that dream repeats itself all throughout the night.
All right. I don't like it.
All right.
That liver must have been tasty.
You guys wake up in the morning. There's the smell of meat coming from downstairs. Oi.
That smells tasty.
Hey.
You can't see the wink, but it's there.
I believe you.
I'll crawl up from the floor. Go towards the food downstairs.
All right. He looks, guys, when you come down, and it's like, I got eggs and grits. 3 pennies.
I smell meat.
Oh my god.
Eggs are meat?
I pay for everyone's
Also,
breakfast.
there's a such thing as meat.
I put down
It's terrifying.
2 silver.
There's such thing as
grits?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. I once had a very drunk
I'm
night
actually
in a very
offended right now.
no,
Oh my
I once
God,
had a
there
very
is-
drunk night in a very small town in Ohio, and the kind parents of the person whose house I passed out in made us meat grits in the morning, and I was not a fan.
Gouda is a meat and grain sausage or mush of German inspiration that is popular
Yeah.
in the greater Cincinnati area.
Geta.
Gouda. It is primarily composed of ground meat, pork, or pork and beef.
Geta
Pinhead
is
oats
closer
and
to
spices.
a sausage patty consistency. Meat grits were more
Oh,
grit-like. So.
okay. Yeah, so, yeah, no, he's got regular grits, meat grits, and eggs. 3 pennies.
I put down 2 silver for everyone, including Bosco and Roscoe.
And again,
Bosco and Roscoe are already there eating when you...
Oh, okay. Well, I put down
Sure.
the 2 silver then for the rest of the group.
Alright.
I just looked to the right one. Sorry about arguing yesterday.
Anagram, would you help me with my rags this morning?
Yeah, you bet. If you get me killed, I'm gonna hold it against you.
All right, give me a disguise roll as you attempt to hide his
no.
and your and Doling.
Oh no!
Not to be outdone.
Okay,
Who thought we'd have to deal with this so soon?
Yeah, okay, this is fine. This is fine, guys. This is fine. He's totally covered.
I look,
Can we see when he leaves that he's not covered at all?
I look good,
oh,
right?
he's covered.
I look
It's
good.
just how well it holds up under inspection.
I'm good, right?
And it may make
looks
it
fine.
look like he's trying to be covered.
Yes.
Instead of being inconspicuous, it looks very conspicuous.
Are you
just
criticizing my
mummy.
work?
Look at these rolls. Okay, 92, 95, 97, 85, 99. That's some bullshit.
So, boss.
Good thing we got some really good perception rolls.
That's a pretty good roll, Doug.
Yeah.
You know, I got a good, with a good roll.
Oh, okay. As the rest is everyone has come down. Angram and Dolwyn follow, and Angram looks like a 3rd grader made a mummy outfit out of toilet paper.
Good morning.
I wouldn't recommend the meat grits.
Bosco and Roscoe are already there eating, and says, "Morning, boss."
Who's the boss?
They have been referring to you as boss.
God damn, I need to straighten them out on that one.
Ha.
No.
His
He's the boss now,
His boss
as I point
now.
to Falandar.
Oh no, we're friends. I couldn't be their boss.
All right. Well, what's the plan then? He kind of scratches his head in confusion.
See if we can have a talk with Hardenberg and be on our way up the river, I think.
All right. Anything you need us to do?
Don't get killed.
Pretty good at that so far, at least.
It only takes the once.
Yeah. Oh.
Constant
Right.
vigilance.
Right. Well, I guess we'll go just make sure the boat's ready, because I don't think we're exactly the type you want taken into some lord's house.
Nonsense. I'd say very condescendingly, probably.
Oi, brother, Bosco says, kind of like reaching next to him, like kind of scratching beneath the table. I might need to see a doctor or something if we got the moment.
I hate you so much.
All right. Anywho, we'll go check at the boat and go from there. They finish their breakfast and get up and leave. So you guys are going to make your way over to the Hardenberg estate, so to speak.
I am not. I think that just in case, I should not head that way. I'm not sure.
Are you worried about the boat?
I'm worried about the boy.
Yeah.
Well,
Not necessarily the boy, but the guy that was with him.
Yeah.
I'm also worried, Dolween, if you go to see the manor, we might run into the witch hunter who we saw coming up the river earlier. He might still be here.
If I wasn't so cleverly disguised, I'd share your worries.
I
assure you, there's
how
no
clever
way.
disguised do you think you are? If he's around, we're fucked. They can sense it.
Very well. Where should you have me?
Just not the noble's manor. I don't think
Why
he
not?
would listen to me either. If anything, it should be Magnar and Spencer would probably have the most weight with him. Him being a human and the request coming from a dwarf.
Okay.
Also, I still stink to high heaven.
I mean, that's pretty common, though.
We promise to handle more of the Lord stuff when we get
Ooh.
to Dwarven or Elven territory.
What? We're going to Elven territory?
Possibly, we are.
We're not. I mean, us people. We're not normally allowed there. We're not very welcomed.
If we, they're more likely to not give us aid, if anything. If we pass by, might as well try our luck, but...
Don't worry, we'll get
We're
you
not-
ready for the mocking before we get there.
Oh, okay. I am gonna go take a bath before I go talk to some lord.
Okay. He says he'll... do you want it warmed?
Yes.
All right, that'll be 2 pennies.
Okay. And give him 2 pennies. Grudgingly.
He goes, shouts, and they go start to prepare a warmed bath. It'll be ready in about an hour.
Yes. I'm gonna get one of those contracts so I can read over it.
Okay.
Here, I got a spare.
All right, so he then shouts out and says, "Oi! There's a bath heated up. 2 pennies to anyone that wants in after the after this fella."
Why does it cost the same to be the second person in the back? Bath.
It's 2 pennies for the bath.
It's smart. Each bath should cost less, but instead they cost the same.
I don't know if that's smart, brother. As much as that is disgusting.
Genius.
Alright, well, the hour I'm waiting for this bath, I'm gonna go over this contract.
Okay. The contract is very actually similar to yours. It's promising a percentage of share.
How much?
Oh God, you're gonna make me go into all these details.
Is it 1/500th? Is it
It is.
less?
It is 1/500th with also a like a similar amount for the number of troops that they can, like how you guys have the
1 for 10, 1 for 100?
1 for 10. It kind of breaks it down a little more into the realm of like if they are actual, like, you know, a garrisoned troop versus just sellswords. like a rate based, like literally says like a rate of from like 1 to 10 gold per 10 heads based upon inspection of the troop.
Okay.
But yeah, these are basically all promising a very similar share to the amount that you guys are getting as a group.
So do we still get money per head? And then they
Yes.
also get money per head? It's like a pyramid scheme?
You don't. You only get the money per head for the people that you bring. Not
Right, but if we get this contract to somebody, we've brought those people.
no. You get the contract to the person.
What the fuck are we doing?
Like he's the
Money.
additional tag is for anyone else that you kind of get to come along. Like
So then, wait, we don't. But if we go get like 18 lords and they bring a whole army, we get no money for that?
if you get 18 lords, then that's 10 people.
I misunderstood this whole adventure.
Yeah,
me
that's
too.
there's a bonus for any additionals you can bring in, but the contracts are all meant for people that have their own standing groups. Like
Yeah,
lords and mercenary captains. If you find other people along the way that you feel like you can get set up are worthwhile, then that's like an additional headhunting bonus.
If you explain that to me, Spice, I'll be outraged on our behalf.
I mean, are you coming to the Lord's house? Because I'm going to explain it to him.
I'm not coming to Lord's house.
I'll come.
I mean, I assume, like, you have keep pretending that you can read, so I just assumed you've already read it. There's no way that I would explain it to you.
Wait, I don't think I pretended I can read.
Yes,
have.
twice.
Alright. Fair enough.
And
I do
so
keep
has-
asking for contracts at least.
Yeah, you and Roscoe have both pretended to read now.
No. Bosco pretended.
Roscoe pretended that Bosco could read.
Yes, that's the.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Bosco is the fake reader. He's not very good at it though.
Makes you wonder what he is good at.
This whole adventure is dumb now.
I hope stabbing people or this whole thing's just a mess.
we should just go wait at Card Norton for a year.
Wait, then we actually have to fight.
Yeah,
I'm not into that.
I would like our chances to be way better than just us going and waiting.
Alright. I do think we should start offering people the contract, but adding our own additional clause where they have to give us some of their share.
We can definitely discuss this once you figure out how the contract works.
You know what? I don't like you preventing my metagaming. Go on.
So yeah,
Wait, can I roll the metagame? Is there a roll for that?
no.
Come on. It's gotta be like magical sense.
No, that's literally for detecting magic.
Torture.
No, wait, metagame's
Because
not
I'm
magic?
torturing the GM.
So anyways, after you spend the time going over the contract, it's
Yeah.
they call you and let you know your bath's ready.
I go and bathe.
It's a nice warm. You get the first, so it's actually a clean bath water.
Oh my god, it's been so long.
You get these maybe once a year.
So
I definitely savor it.
all right. Oh god, because it's a slippery slope. Damn it, Coyote. All right. What's anybody else doing while Spencer prepares to go meet with the Lord?
I go back to the room and take a nap.
Okay.
I want to see if I can go. If I have time, like I want to clear when we're meeting at the boat with people.
On third thought, I'm gonna make sure Roscoe and Bosco don't steal my boat. I don't expect it to happen, but I got to be prepared.
When you kind of catch up with them, they're just kind of like at the boat, just kind of like sitting by the dock. They do this like, occasional like cat call at any woman that walks by, cringe-worthingly. And but mostly they're just kind
As one of them just continues to scratch his crotch.
Yeah. But no, they're just minding the boat.
All right. I will mind the bow with them.
I want to go hunting if I can. See if I can bring back anything from the woods.
Okay, you're gonna go out hunting. Give me an outdoor survival.
He said before he found the goblins again. Yeah. Sorry. Move this over here. Boop, boop. Ah, shit.
Okay.
Oh.
Remember, hunting takes a long time, so you're going to be out for like the whole day doing this.
Yeah, I mean, this is why I like want to like clear
Yeah.
if we're meeting up at the boats like soon. So
Okay.
if it's like we're meeting up like towards the mid, I'll like come back and not like be stuck the whole time.
Okay. All right, you
I
go
think
out. Go ahead.
Darwin wants to do a little shopping. Buy some gloves, maybe like a big brimmed hat, some better scarves.
Okay. You go like you start to walk towards a shop, and a human male kind of like steps in front of it and says, "Oh, keep your distance, leper."
Please forgive me. I just need some simple things.
You take that far away from here. We don't need you spreading your filth around here.
You're a gentleman. Here, let me shake your hand.
You stay back. Guards! Guards!
My mistake. I'll be on my
He
way.
starts shouting as a pair of armed and armored kind of looking soldiers over by a corner kind of stop, look over, and start walking your way.
I'll give like a dismissive wave goodbye and try and like slink away.
Give me a stealth roll. It's a basic skill.
You move silent?
You could very seriously
Oh,
end up
move-
dying in
move-
this session.
Is it move silent? I forget what it's called.
It's silent move.
Silent move. My
And then there's
apologies.
concealment.
Yeah, silent move. Nomenclature. Bah.
Be quick, my son. Be fast like the wind.
Wah, wah.
Be you. Wait, that's how we move. Oh, that's the one you wanted.
Okay.
Ah, nice.
They kind of like attempt to follow you for a little bit, but then you like had a head start on them, and they kind of just like shrug and give up and move back to their post. So, Spencer, your bath is up. You're cleaned and refreshed. Magnar has, like, I suppose, been waiting on you, since you two are the ones that are supposed to go and try and talk to the Lord.
Yep.
Okay. Spencer.
And
Spencer looks a lot cleaner now, Magnar, you know?
Nice. You look good, boy.
thanks.
I feel like that's actually pretty momentous, right? Because most people probably don't bathe a ton.
Right. It's
Yeah.
not a
Well,
common
and it's
thing.
like we're probably when we're wandering
Costume
around,
pin.
we'll like rinse ourselves off in the river, but like you don't take a dedicated bath very often.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, because you just get dirty every day so much. It's just a fact of living, unless you're like higher society.
Or the greatest swordsman in the party.
Well,
Yes.
he's cleaning up to go for a special occasion.
Correct. And I guess we're off. I'll take one of the contracts and
Okay, it's pretty easy to spot. There's actually it's like basically a really small like tower keep.
I'll like
because-
tuck my shirt in and try and make it look neat. Press some of
Uh,
the dirt off of it.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna wear my chainmail shirt, just my normal clothes.
Mm.
But I'll still carry my sword.
Give
I'll
me
do
a
the
give
same.
me give me just a fellowship check.
Is it for just him or both of us?
For both of you, for kind of
Okay.
sprucing yourselves up.
Where?
It's
Is it on the second list?
no, it's
No.
like the stat fellowship.
Oh. I didn't.
FEL, Fellowship. Mm-hmm.
Fellowship.
Okay. You guys do your best to tidy yourselves up. You don't have much in the way of good clothes, so you just kind of clean yourselves and start making your way over. This is the section of town that's the town's kind of built mostly around this. It is on got a wall surrounding like a small hill where there is a like tower built on top of here. There's a small garrison of actual like station troops here and everything. And as you approach the gates of the wall, there are a pair of there's one guard walking atop the wall and two that are immediately like in front of it. And they kind of stop you and say, "Whoa, whoa!"
Greetings. I'm Spencer.
And I'm Magnar.
We've come to seek an audience with Lord James Harden.
Ballin be thy name.
Oh God. Give me a charm roll.
No way this can go bad.
Oh!
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, he kind of looks at you, sees that you're really have tried to clean up your appearance, and he goes, "Well, the Lord doesn't just see any visitors, but I can address you to his chamberlain. What's the reason? What's the business that you're here for?"
So we've got a business opportunity for him, and I hold up the contract, hold it out a little bit. It's quite profitable. It could make this town bigger than Altdorf.
Some fancy claims, lad, but let me get the chamberlain. On your way here. Hey! And he calls over and grabs like a random servant that's walking around to and fro. Go get the chamberlain.
And I nudge the dwarf. It's going well, I think.
The kid who's like carrying firewood, kind of like, "Oh, okay, sir," and like shuffles off even faster. They kind of leave you just kind of like, they gesture you. There's actually some like benches nearby. They show you that you can sit at.
I look at the bench before I sit down to see if it's real dirty.
No, it's it's not real dirty, but it's not like super clean. It's just a well kept up bench.
Okay. I brush it off a little bit and then sit down.
Okay. You guys are left sitting there for like 20 minutes when a well-dressed fellow in kind of like loose-fitting robes and a big like book wrapped in chains like tied to his waist approaches. He goes, yes, you called for me. Yeah, these fellows here, they say
I'll stand up as soon as I saw him walking up.
They've requested a meeting with the Lord, says they have a proposal for him. They got a contract, but sir, I gotta be honest, I can't read it. Ah, yes, well, he looks over. Well, they're certainly attempting to. Very well. Come.
I follow him.
Yeah.
Yep.
He leads you inside. Oh my god, I see everyone messing around with the added custom skills button. Congratulations.
I wouldn't say I was messing around as much as I was crushing it.
I was less successful, but I got my fingers crossed.
Yeah, me too.
He kind of like leads you, or like starts leading you in, and goes, so I'm Heinz. I am the Chamberlain for Lord Hardenberg. And you
I'm
are?
Spencer.
And I'm Magnar.
Yeah, and we are working with some dwarfs to take back. Is it correct, Vern?
It's
Crack Barn?
Crack Barn, yes. Oh, wow. Way to paint the black water black, whoever was so dedicated.
Someone started painting it blue, but I think that's because they can't read.
That's fucked up. I'm the only one that can read. Why would you bring that up about everybody? Yes, so we're working with some dwarves who plan to take back Karak Varn and get back all of their ancestral dwarven treasures. And being the sellsword that we are, we've agreed to help for an amount of the treasure, and I'll take the contract out. I'll say, and we've been given the authority to offer a similar contract to other people.
I see. He kind of like is listening to you while leading you through and leads you to like a small building. Leads in. It's like up some stairs, and there is a room with like lots of books and scrolls and such written all over. And he gestures for you to sit down, and he's telling you, and may I see this contract?
Yep, and I'll hand it to him.
He takes it and sits and starts reading it over. He inspects the like kind of seal and heraldry at the bottom of it. Walks over, looks through a few books, finds one, starts flipping through it. Okay. And he brings open the flips over there. It's a book of like dwarven heraldries, and he is like comparing the clan symbols in his book to that one, like gets like and inspecting them very closely to make sure that they match. As a way of like verification of legitimacy. Yeah. Well, this is interesting endeavor. And you wish to propose this to my lord?
Correct. I mean, I don't know how many men he commands, and as you can see, there's extra gold for each man that he commands, or each regiment of men that he commands, I should say. So if he can bring more to the cause, then there's more in it for him.
Well, let me take this to my lord. I will lead you to the sitting room, if you do not mind waiting a while longer.
Sure.
I'll discuss it with him and then see if he wishes to have an audience with you.
Sure. Any chance that a chambermaid could bring us some water? We've been waiting quite a while already.
Refreshments will be brought to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He nods and leads you back down the stairs over into the main section of the estate and into a seating room, and flags someone down, and they bring you bread and water.
Nice.
Like nothing extravagant. As some more time passes, you're actually going to be left sitting there for about 2 hours. I mean, right. Waiting on nobles, man.
Yeah.
When we are not nobles ourselves either.
Yes.
That's going to change in a year.
Maybe. When the Chamberlain appears back and goes, yes, the Lord will see you now.
We make our way in.
Okay. He leads you into like the kind of hall room, and there is a man in his late 30s, maybe early 40s, just a touch of salt and pepper hitting to his beard and his hair, his very fine, well-groomed mustache, and very fine clothes, and with flanked by a pair of really well-armed men, and he's seated at the head of a table. With him is a younger man who resembles him very closely, and is full prime of his youth. Got early 20s, like looks like he's a soldier trained, most likely is his eldest son, as well as a older man with gray hair, a super big mustache, and and armor sitting at the table. And there are a few other guards among the room. Yes, your lordship, may I present Spencer and Magnar, representing the interests of the Redbeard clan.
I bow a little bit, but I don't really know how to bow, so I just kind of fumble my way through it.
You guys sound like curtsy.
Give me
like I just kind of bend over a little bit, maybe nod my head down.
Give me a charm roll.
All right.
Okay. It's passable. You know, it's not like proper etiquette, but it's passable. Because welcome to this is His Lordship Graf Johann von Hardenberg. And he gestures to the Lord, who kind of like just waves at him, like half interested-ish. And his eldest son, Gottfried von Hardenberg, and our Master of Arms, Rudiger. And he goes and takes a seat next to Rudiger and gestures for you guys to take seats at kind of the other end of the table.
I sit up.
Yep, I'll join him.
So, the Lord says he puts the contract down in front of him. I am interested. This is intriguing as to why you brought this to me. It is.
Well, so the planned invasion, I don't know if that's in the contract, right? The dates and stuff, is that in there?
Yes, it is.
So as you can see that the planned invasion is not for an entire year. So we, in our best interest of creating a winning situation for our dwarven friends, and I'll gesture over to this little guy, and then I'd be like, it is to get as many people as we can to take back this dwarven hall. And as you can see, it could be quite profitable for anyone involved. So you have a long time to use your army, strengthen it, or gather more troops yourselves. As you can see, there's a financial benefit there for yourself. So we figured anyone in our travels until we have to meet in Karak Norn would be worth mentioning this contract too. And as the Lord of Auhard, you seem like you're in a position to help us and yourself.
He scratches his beard.
If I may, my lord, there is also much to be benefited from a strengthened and remembered recovery of a dwarf stronghold and trade with your fair town.
We are quite a ways off to be benefiting any trade from Karak Varn. It is quite a ways away to the east. Very far from my own lands.
This says 10 feet.
Actually, it's like 65 feet. I love that. It's so cheesy.
Which would make it like 700 miles-ish?
I would walk 700 miles and I would walk 700 miles.
So that is true, that the trade from a dwarven city so far away you may not directly see that influence, but a strengthened dwarven trade in general will help out many of the people in this land.
Father,
Also,
if you would please, I can do this. Let me take a score of men in a year's time, and I'll rally up others from the countryside. I can do this. He says, and he puts up his hand. He goes, "You are my eldest son and my heir. I will not have you throwing your life away trying to take back a lost dwarven hold. Leagues away from here." The son looks like frustrated.
I'm not there.
While I understand the potential, I fail to... He's kind of looks and he goes, "I feel that I almost stand more to lose from this endeavor than I seek the hope of its chances to gain something." He looks at Magnar and Spencer.
I guess I could understand that if your men are so valuable. But it's been my experience that most men are not valuable.
Only most elves.
2 out of 3.
Hey, got it.
We have 4.
Lashak, can we help at all or no?
You're not there.
I know. That's why I'm asking.
I
Roll the
will,
metagame, Tasty.
Can we use our magic mind link?
I will ask you not to metagame. as-
Roll the metagame.
No, there is no roll to metagame.
Oh, yeah, I can just make one. Why didn't I do that before? This bit would have been funny.
I have a backup plan. Oh god.
What my partner Spencer is trying to say, I believe, is that especially given a year of fortitude and expense planning, even though it is quite the distance, I think there's something to be said for my people as a whole, regardless of where trade lands, that this would not just improve with the fort.
No, what I meant was that, like, most people are poor and expendable.
Just arguing with each other in front of him. It's so great.
While you are not wrong. He's like looking down at the paper, kind of tapping his fingers on the table, thinking. I will think this over.
Fair enough.
It's not a no.
We will most likely be leaving Aleheart tomorrow.
He shakes his head and cuts you off. I want 3 days to consider this, and to call upon you at my disposal in that time.
Okay. Done.
Understandable.
Very well. I will see to it that you are given accommodations while I ponder this. While
Wonderful.
I think this over, yes. Right.
I'll bow my head a little bit and stand up to leave.
Yep.
Heinz, see to it that in the guest wing for now.
Okay.
Have them accompanied by Heindrig, one of Heindrig's men. Heindrig looks over and nods and goes, "Magnus will do quite well." Knock, knock, knock?
That was just me.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking Magnus is the guy who went with the young kid from before. But we'll see.
Very well. Come, follow me.
Thank
I'll
you.
follow him.
All right, he leads you over, and eventually you're joined by a kind of like a well-groomed, seasoned-looking soldier who kind of just like steps in and follows you. They lead you over to a pretty nice room in the wing of the house. It's got it's got two beds. They're much larger and much nicer than anything that you guys are accustomed to.
Oh my god, yes.
And goes, we'll see to it that some clothes are brought to you for your stay here.
Thank you. Magnus? I'll say. Or is this
That's Heinz. Magnus
Heinz.
is the soldier that's accompanying. Goes,
Right.
if you need anything further, Heinz says, Magnus will see to it. In the meanwhile, wait here.
Thank you.
And he turns and leaves. And Magnus just wordlessly nods to you, steps outside the room, and closes the door.
I'll look around the room to see if there's any paper and a pen.
There is a small writing desk.
I got an idea. Whisper to Magnar.
What do you have?
Well, I mean, clearly, the Lord's son wants to go.
Right.
So we could try and convince him to go whether or not his father wants him to.
By himself?
I mean, and then we don't have to make him sign a contract. He's just a part of our contract. He did look really strong. I mean, not as good as me, but really strong.
I mean, we'll be here for 3 days. I suppose we could speak with him.
Hopefully not that long. I will go over to the writing desk and start writing a letter to Godfrey.
Okay. So, meanwhile, back in town, Angram, you've just been hanging out with Roscoe and Bosco. They talk. And
Hopefully they haven't been talking.
Roscoe never stops talking. Bosco never talks. They're making. Roscoe keeps talking about things that he'll do when he gets, with supposed money he's gonna make from this adventure in a year's time, and how big of a house he'll buy, how many whores he'll have, and whatnot.
I like it, thinking big.
And it's pretty kind of like uneventful. Just hang out the dock all day. Yvandir, you managed to catch a small pair of rabbits while you're out, but that's it. The bigger game eludes you.
I'm proud of you, brother.
And Founder, you're interrupted from your nap by a kind of like the quick open and shuts the door as Dolwyn pops in, like, and shuts the door behind him, kind of like breathing quickly and heavily.
Hello. Welcome back.
Yes. How was your nap?
Well, it was going all right.
I have awoken you. I'm terribly sorry. I need to ask you a favor, though.
Okay.
Appears I'm having difficulty getting into the market. Is it possible my disguise isn't amazing?
Well, you had Angran help you with it, so surely that can't be the case.
Thank you for confirming my thoughts. I don't know what it is.
I mean, you definitely look like... You don't look like you, but you don't look good. If that makes sense.
I think that's a compliment.
I'm just saying you look... I can't tell who you are, but you definitely don't look like somebody I'd want in my market.
Fair enough. I see this being a problem. If I were to give you some gold, could you make some purchases for me?
Yeah, I can do that.
Oh, it would be much appreciated. I give him a small shopping list with gloves and... You're an elf, so similar build, I imagine.
I'm 5'7", 130, I think. I'm tiny. I'm a tiny elf.
Wait, 5'7" is tiny now? That's how we're playing this.
Is 5'7" not tiny? I mean, in real life, I'm 5'6" and I'm tiny.
I mean, 5'7's pretty good for an elf. I'm just a freak of nature.
I mean, it wouldn't be hard to find a pair of gloves that could fit Dolwyn.
Yeah,
you can compare your hands and whatnot.
Yeah, gloves.
Oh, I don't let him. He like tries to put his hands up to mine to see. I'm like, no, it's okay. I'll find you a pair.
Gloves, like a really large brim hat, like give him an idea of the kind of things.
What
maybe
on earth could you need all these things for?
I know the disguise is nearly impeccable, but there are small ways I think it could be improved.
Sorry, that was sarcasm. Sorry. I'm still kind of tired, so I didn't have the voice down. Oh yeah, I'll run to the market and get you these.
Would a couple gold be sufficient?
I'll bring you your change. Just give me a few gold pieces, and if it doesn't cover it, I can charge you anyway. It's pretty easy for me to get the money from you, because I can just threaten to tell everyone you're a chaos spawn.
Holy shit!
Thank you.
I leave and I shut the door, and then when I pop my head back in, and I'm just gonna go, I didn't say this yesterday, but you know what you did was profoundly stupid, right?
Do you know what I did yet, or are you just guessing?
I feel like can we put two and two together here?
The thing is that you did see him take the liver, but chaos mutations are...
It could have just been from taking it. Oh my god! We can jump to that conclusion, and it's not too far off.
He has been carrying around an organ from a mutated chaos creature in his wrapped up in leather in his pack. So you don't know that he ate it, but you know he's carrying around a. But to be fair, so are you.
Yeah, someone's got feet, right?
Yeah.
I think we abandoned them when the dude told us that they were like.
Yeah, we tossed those in the river.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
When we learned this is bad to bad. Alright. Yeah, then I still do it. Fuck it. I make jump to conclusions.
Okay.
That seems like me.
All right, you successfully jumped to conclusion.
Alright. Nice.
I will not
Wait,
make
did you
you.
roll
I will
for
not
that?
make.
Yeah.
I will not make you roll to jump to conclusions.
Even if it's just, I don't know if he ate it, but I know that he messed around with the liver.
He messed around with the body for sure.
Yeah. And I helped my brother do the same thing, but I'm just not going to mention that now. So that's fine. So yeah,
Okay.
I lean in and I say, you know what you do is profoundly stupid, and then I shut the door again and go to the market to get his stuff.
Okay. You make your way to the market, and it's easy enough to find a pair of gloves and a kind of large covering hat.
I'll assume that you tell him the cost and it just all works out.
Yeah, well, I'll figure that out.
In between session stuff.
In between session stuff. Yeah, it will end up costing you 2 gold coins.
Okay, not in between session stuff.
It was really simple.
Perfect.
So
That's what we gave you.
yeah, the day goes by. You get some shopping done. You guys, a trio of people hang out at the dock, and Yavandir comes back into town before evening with a brace of conies.
I wave the rabbit. So if I see friends.
And I'm going to say that, like, yeah, everyone but Spencer and Magnar find themselves back at the inn, sort of towards the evening. Whereas Spencer and Magnar have been kind of holed up in this nice, noble room under watch.
So after a few attempts to write a letter to Godfrey to convince him to join us, I'm like writing it, reading it, fixing it, rewriting it again. I'll write a letter to our party, like, hey, we're still at this Lord's place for 3 days, and I'll address it to Evandir, and then I'll ask Magnus to deliver it to the inn where we were.
Yeah, you open the door and he looks at you. Yes.
I'm like, can you get this letter to whatever that inn was called?
Man,
I can't remember that.
Wow, I'm blank on that too. I gotta go back over these episodes and make better notes. Holy crap, I am failing as a GM.
McIn?
What was that?
The Innie McIn?
No, it was not the Innie Inn.
Any McIn face.
I'm pretty certain it probably had something to do with a halfling, knowing me.
I don't think this one did.
Was something rusty?
Anyways,
It's really like
Yeah.
he nods and takes the leather and says, "I will see it done."
Thank you.
So, you guys, when you meet back up there, a small like page boy kind of comes in, looking around, holding leather, and goes, "I'm looking for a Evandir. Evandir."
Yo! And I wave with the rabbits in my hand still.
What have you done?
Something good, apparently.
Let's see.
Yeah, I've got a leather for you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
He holds the leather's hand and he kind of puts out his open palm with his other hand.
I literally just read.
I start like hitting my pockets, and I just like reach out. I'm like, oh fuck, I didn't break anything. I'm like, make sure these get to me fast, and I give him a silver.
Oh shit! His eyes go big.
I have no pennies, and I'm just like,
His eyes go big, and he goes, "Yes, sir." And he hands you the
yes,
leather, and
my lord.
he kind of looks you up and down, like,
I'm kidding.
Okay. Oh, wait here a moment to see if you want a response taken. Yeah.
Could be a bit.
I look. I need to discuss this with my compatriots.
Oh, you guys have two literate people? That's so good.
I want to give the rabbits to the innkeeper and say, no cost for whatchamacallit, for my companions to eat tonight for these.
I'm not a butcher.
I'll cut them up myself then. Give me a little bit.
Yeah, there's getting blood everywhere.
I bring them back to the kitchen and I go up with everyone. So, who can read?
Is
Am I
Gold,
there?
I assume it firmly in the
Yeah.
room?
Yeah.
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 I give it to him.
What is this?
Isn't that your job to tell us?
It's a leather. What exactly does the leather say, Spencer?
Me, Magnar, are still at the Lord's. Or Lord James Harden's.
God,
Whatever.
Yes.
it's better than
James
James
Harden.
Vanderbeek. No.
Everything's better than James Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
This is
Johann von Hardenberg.
I
Let's
am
talk about this.
literally never listening to a Canadian's opinion on celebrities. Literally never.
So yeah,
I
anyways,
just don't see what's so wrong with James Vanderbeek.
it says
He was better than the other guy in Varsity Blues.
it's
Point.
it says that me and Magnar are still at the Lord's. Anything else?
No, that's
No.
it.
Okay.
And then it's signed Spencer,
Okay.
greatest swordsman in the whole party.
That's what the leather reads, Dolwyn.
Right. It appears Spencer and Magnar are still with the noble.
Okay.
I crumple it up and throw it over my shoulder.
How long do they want us to wait? How long are they going to be there?
Unfortunately, I can't ask questions of notes.
Nice, he's learning from me.
Well,
We're all very good elves.
Oh my god.
Based on playing the Warhammer game, I can tell that we're very good at being elves.
Can you at least write a response then, say in the next 5 minutes while I still have a messenger, letting them know that we'll be at the inn until they come back?
I can do this. I do it.
Okay.
Scribble, scribble.
What
Could
do you
add?
what do you actually write?
Could you add a sense of urgency as well?
We'll be waiting urgently.
I'd like to leave this town sooner rather than later.
I don't agree with that. We will be excited for your return shortly to the inn.
Nice.
Okay. He writes the return letter.
Good. I go down, bring it to the boy, and then I go into the kitchen and I skin the rabbits.
Hey, you can't come back in my kitchen! The fuck are you doing?
You want the solo of your
Get that out
counter?
of my inn! Hey, on that note, you guys haven't paid for a second day yet!
I'll pay for the next 2 days.
He's glaring at you.
We glare right back.
He puts his hand out.
How much do I owe him?
It's 10
20?
silver a night.
10 silver. Well, I give him 20.
Now, get that thing out of my inn before you're covering blood everywhere.
What, I can't butcher it here?
No, you can't butcher it here.
I go outside then. And I do...
Like just outside the door. One step and just start cutting
Evander's
up on the road.
Evander's pissed, but he's not a dick.
All right, give me an outdoor survival roll for skinning and preparing these. This is easy, plus 20.
But he's indoors.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh, that's true. Damn.
Okay, yeah, you begin to skin and, prepare the rabbit. You just go and find a spot out of the way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So the rest of you guys, it looks like you're going to be here for a little while. Evander has paid for your room. Spencer and Magnar are currently holed up at a lord's beck and call in a fancy room at the von Hardenberg estate, so to speak. Is there anything like what's your plans here? Is there anything that you want to do?
Is there a library here?
The only library would be at the Lord's estate. And a town this size, they're not really going to have like a book place outside of a noble's personal library.
Yeah, I
Fair
got
enough.
some books. Wait.
Oh.
I'm gonna try on my new disguise.
Also, once I'm with the group, that's whatever.
I assume if I try to steal something again, it'll just be the funds for an orphanage.
Maybe. Everything belongs to someone. Like, there's always consequences. So as you guys are kind of there, and Evander, you go downstairs to hand off the letter, and the kid nods it and it nods. And he runs out, and as he goes to run out, he kind of runs into someone walking in. And you see walking in is it looked kind of vaguely familiar. This like really gruff, angry looking guy. And the kid kind of wide-eyed and scurries around him and goes out. And you see in walks in the retinue and the witch hunter that you saw on the river. Walking into the tavern.
Hello, sir. Would you like some rabbits?
Dolween is still firmly in the room.
Yeah. You just start walking in there. He goes, Innkeeper, we will be needing all available private rooms at your disposal. Enough for me and my retinue. I will need a room to myself. The others may share 2 to a room. And we are here under the mandate of the Emperor himself, so do not attempt to gouge us on the price. Yes, sir. We have. He looks over. We have enough rooms. Yes, absolutely, sir. And for such fine agents of the Empire yourself, only 5 silver a night. Yes, absolutely. Excellent. We will be here a week. A week, you say? Oh, okay. He hurries, ruffles, and finds some keys. Here you go. If you the ears to the rooms. If you need anything at all, please just let me know.
Can I count how many keys he's giving out? Because we have one of those keys.
You have one of the private rooms. There is a total of 6 private rooms in the inn, and he is handing out 4 keys.
Got it. I thought he was going to kick us out, and I was going to be like, bitch, I want my money back!
I'm going to quickly get to the room and make sure Dolween doesn't even think of moving.
What's going on out there?
Just don't leave this room and keep the door closed.
Okay.
So Spencer Magnar, eventually you get a return letter that comes to you. Dolwyn, could you repeat exactly what the letter says? As you wrote it.
I wish I wrote it down now.
Well, you can just say it. Like you
I'm trying to remember what it's.
I remember it said, "We will wait at the inn excitedly," or something like that.
No, waiting. It was something. Shortly was in there, like for your arrival shortly.
Exciting.
Waiting
excitedly for your return shortly.
Yes. That sounds right.
Okay.
Okay. So with the evening, with the day here wrapping up, with the party at the inn being now encroached upon, with a witch hunter retinue at the inn, and with Spencer and Magnar holed up at the von Hardenberg estate, I think that's a good place to bring the session to a close tonight.
One final question.
Of course.
Does the room have a window?
It does.
That a person could fit through.
It has a back window. Basically, so if there's anything else you guys would like to iterate at this moment, then we can resolve so many other things. But otherwise, I feel like this is a good point to call off on tonight before launching into next week.
I would like to block the window with a sheet.
Okay. Easily done.
I would like to, if I could, I wanted to have cooked the rabbits, outside, just, put them on a couple arrows and held them over the fire.
Yeah.
Charred them a bit so they cook through. And then I want to, bring them up to the room with with a couple bowls of stew and let everyone know the witch hunter is in here. Shit.
The who?
The witch hunter. The one who will burn you at the stake if he knows what you are.
And the rest of us with him. Keep that in mind.
Spencer, Magnar, anything that you guys want before we wrap up this session here?
No, not particularly.
Nope.
Okay, well then this is going to bring to a close here for the night, simply because I feel like anything further goes will take us much longer than most of the people here want to stay up. We will.
Well, I'm good to go all night.
Well, yes, but Hawk and
all right, I get
and
it.
Spice need an earlier bedtime than that because they get up earlier. So we'll be back next week attempting to actually get at our goal of start time at 8 p.m. Eastern time, not 8:30. Cough, cough.
Lies.
That's
never been 8 p.m. before.
It's always tried to be 8 p.m., but somebody's always late. Anyways, so XP will be handed. I'm going to do it with this little arc right here. XP is going to be handed out once the Aleheart adventure here is concluded. So there's no XP for tonight. I'm going to.
Bullshit.
Oh yeah, well, whatever.
My character did so much today.
I'm gonna try it as like an arc
I
thing
ate
in this
breakfast.
instance. So
I
yeah,
took a nap. I went to the store. Like, what else do I have to do to get XP around here?
I mean, if you look critically napped, then yeah.
I did.
I said no. You rolled like an 18 or something.
I rolled an 11. That's pretty good.
That's not a critical.
It was 8 or 7 degrees of success from my
critical is 5 or under, nerd.
All right. So,
good night, guys.
So we'll be back
night,
next week, attempting around 8 p.m. Eastern time. I have been GM LeShock. You can find me on Twitter at GM LeShock. There's an underscore in there, GM underscore LeShock, whatever. We also have
that matters. That's a big difference.
If you're watching this on Twitch, we also have the videos are going up on YouTube. You can just, if you're enjoying this at all, let us know. And have a good night, everyone, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Good night.